If you want to know how to get your mix from sounding like this, to sounding like this, this video is for you. My name is Thomas van Opstal, a mixer, recording engineer and producer from Amsterdam, and in this video I'll be showing you what was on my MIXBUS when I mixed the track Drive It by SKy Feliz. Let's go! Normally halfway through the mix I turn on my MIXBUS processing. That is usually a compressor, an EQ, saturation tool, and then a master chain. Shadow Hills is one of my favorite MIXBUS compressors. So let's see what I did with that to get more of what I wanted out of the mix. Take my frames, developed all my assets in my brain. I'll take through the night, my limelight shine in your eyes. I'm on your mind, I'm on your mind. Take my frames, developed all my assets in my brain. I'll take through the night, my limelight shine in your eyes. I'm on your mind, I'm on your mind. 1 dB goes a long way with the Shadow Hills. I rarely find myself pushing it harder than that. That 1 dB just gives me that extra punch, accentuates the groove to the kick. The transformers in there, which you can switch between, which is nickel, iron and steel, really give an extra flavor to the entire mix. So this is more of a tonal texture thing than really crushing that mix. I've got an attack of 10 milliseconds. My recovery is at 0.8, I think that is, and a ratio of 4, which would be my go-to settings. Usually this is what I go for, and if that doesn't work, I'll dial it in a little bit different. Then another Pulsar 8200. Really great. I do either this or the EQP1A, but the EQP1A is a little bit too loose on the low end for me. This is a lot punchier, so for this type of stuff I really like how the 8200 pushes everything through. Take my frames, developed all my assets in my brain. I'll take through the night, my limelight shine in your eyes. I'm on your mind, I'm on your mind. Take my frames, developed all my assets in my brain. I'll take through the night, my limelight shine in your eyes. I'm on your mind. Usually what I do with the 8200 from Pulsar, because this is not on the actual GML 8200, but I use the sub section, which is basically an extra low shelf, and I push that up, and then I use the actual low frequency band here to boost a bell around 80 Hertz. That way I can really accentuate the kick and it makes that punch through a little bit more, and 9 out of 10 times that just works to give me some extra low end power and punch. On the high end, I'm pushing up the high end about, what would it be, 13, 14 kilohertz, really high shelf, and then I'm pushing up a little bit of 3.2, 3.3K, just to get a little bit more presence out there. Let's take that out and then push it back in. Take my frames, developed all my assets in my brain. I'll take through the night, my limelight shine in your eyes. I'm on your mind, I'm on your mind. So without that high mid frequency band, it just becomes really high-endy and thin and nasty, and then with a little bit more representation in those high mids, the frequency balance is where I want it to be again. So that shows that sometimes you can push up a lot of high end, but you need to make sure that it is in balance with the rest of the frequency curve, because otherwise it's just going to feel out of whack and shrill and nasty. Then the black box, one of my favorite tools. And what I usually do with the black box is that I use the pentode and triode on the mid and the side differently. So if I'm pushing up more triode on the mids, then I usually start by pushing up the pentode on the side, so we get more separation between the center channel and the sides. Take my frames, developed all my assets in my brain. I'll take through the night, my limelight shine in your eyes. I'm on your mind, I'm on your mind. Take my frames, developed all my assets in my brain. I'll
day through the night, my limelight shine in your eyes. I'm on your mind, I'm on your mind. Take my frames, developed all my assets in my brain. All day through the night, my limelight shine in your eyes. I'm on your mind, I'm on your mind.
Again, the contrast of what I'm doing on the side channels is crucial to how far I can take things on the mid channel. If I bypass the side channel, the mid channel really becomes nasty and Another important thing on this thing is that I mix it in parallel, because saturation basically is getting to the ceiling of your gear, which is eventually going to shave off your transients, and that is going to add the harmonics. Now, by shaving off those transients, we're shaving off some of those exciting peaks, which we need to do, but I don't want the black box to do it. I want the black box to give us that extra excitement, but just push it in underneath those transients, but still have those transients poke through. Because to shave off those transients, we've got a new favorite of mine called Gold Clip. Gold Clip is basically what we saw earlier with Standard Clip, shaving off those peaks, but then they added a little more extra features. So you've got the gold knob and the alchemy knob, which are great tonal tools to really get some extra excitement out of that mix. And of course, you can set it to a classic clipper, the modern clipper, or hard clipper. And that really depends on what you're working on, what kind of clipper you would use. I'm using the classic clipper for this. And then you've got the gold, classic, or modern, and that basically determines how that gold dial is going to sound. The classic is more beefy, I like to use that more, and the modern is a bit more on the high end, the thinner side. Both work in different contexts, but the real magic, of course, happens at the ceiling over here, which determines how much of those transients we're taking down.
Take my frames, developed all my assets in my brain. All day through the night, my limelight shine in your eyes. I'm on your mind, I'm on your mind. Take my frames, developed all my assets in my brain. All day through the night, my limelight shine in your eyes. I'm on your mind, I'm on your mind.
So now with that clipper, we can really pack those transients and dim them down before we head into the limiter. Because clipping, to me, is a lot different than limiting. Limiting really pushes stuff down, and clipping just shaves it off, and that energy goes somewhere else. It gets transformed into upper harmonics, so it creates more excitement. And yes, we're losing those transients and a bit of that punch, but it doesn't get projected downward. By shaving off with the gold clip, now the Oxford limiter by Sonox doesn't have to push down all those transients. We can share the load. Where the gold clip is already doing 3 dB, now the limiter over here is probably doing another 2.
Take my frames, developed all my assets in my brain. All day through the night.
While if we take off the gold clip,
take my frames, developed all my assets in my brain. All day through the night, my limelight shine in your.
Now that limiter is doing 5 dB of gain reduction, and it is the same amount of gain reduction, but it sounds way less natural. It really clamps down on those peaks, and it really crushes the entire track whenever that kick hits. By sharing the load between a clipper and a limiter, we can now get to our loudness goals without crushing the mix and pushing down on those kicks. So it all can stay a little bit more natural. And then last in the chain, I like to put on one extra limiter to squeeze out a little extra loudness. I've got 1 dB of gain on the Pro L2. That's just squeezing out a little bit extra so we can be the loudest in the room.
Take my frames, developed all my assets in my brain. All day through the night, my limelight shine in your eyes. I'm on your mind, I'm on your mind. Take my frames, developed all my assets in my brain.
So by sharing between a soft clipper and 2 limiters, we can get really loud without it destroying the entire mix. Another tool I'm often using these days is GoFuzz, which basically looks at my EQ curve and then adjusts on the go. I just have it at tiny percentages. This is 8 and 8. Nowadays I do 5 and 5%. it doesn't have to do that much. I just don't want to worry about all those little things, and this just keeps everything in check for me.
Take my frames, developed all my assets in my brain. I'll take through the night, my limelight shine in your eyes. I'm on your mind, I'm on your mind. Take my frames, developed all my assets in my brain. I'll take through the night, my limelight shine in your eyes. I'm on your mind, I'm on your mind.
If this was helpful to you and you want to see the full 1 hour long mix breakdown in which I'll show you my entire mixing process from start to finish, make sure to hit that join button down below to join the virtual internship where you'll see this mix breakdown as well as many others. I'll see you there. Later.